folks. Welcome back to Cryptophiles. This is episode 6, and we have a major announcement, partner.
We do, and you know what? I'm going to let you... I should have talked to you about this before, but I'm going to let the Kill Block give the announcement.
Henceforth, from now on, the Cryptophiles will be a paranormal movie podcast.
Yeah! Where did we come up with that? I don't remember, but I remember we used to always say it.
Yeah, you kind of came up with it, and I was kind of thinking it, and we kind of needed a change, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying to each other, I think everybody knows our personalities, but I feel like when we did the commentary, I feel like they really showed and really came out, and there's no secret. Both of us love, like, reviewing movies with each other. So
yeah, that's what we do.
After the commentary, I was thinking to myself, I was kind of like, I'm going to throw the idea out to you because I think it's perfect. Like, I think that's really where we're at our best.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did, honestly. And I'll personally, just for a second, I'll go into I'm a little jaded in the whole paranormal thing anyway, to be honest with you, with Bigfootery. And I've just kind of recently got back into it, and I'm really enjoying the movies about, I mean, we're talking, fiction or even documentaries or whatever. Kind of chill time and disconnecting and watching. And we talk about it constantly during the week. It's what we do.
And I think even with you, and I could be wrong, but I think even though you were like out of the field, I mean, not that we were ever in the field, but out of like that world, you still always enjoyed the movies.
Right. Yeah. Totally. That's the whole thing,
So, and
we're fans of the paranormal.
Yeah.
We're not researchers.
No,
I'm
we're still
fans.
Gonna have random stories every once in a while, like if the
sure,
show goes short
major news.
But yeah, I'm still gonna. I mean, we had talked about it. I'm still gonna. I mean, we could still have interviews. I would think that would be interesting.
Sure.
But
we'll have a researcher on that has a favorite, Bigfoot paranormal movie, and maybe we could talk about that. That could be kind of fun.
That would be fun. There's so many horror podcasts out there, and the reason we said paranormal is basically any kind of topic that we've covered on the show, we're going to talk about those type of movies. So basically monster movies, stuff about the paranormal. The only thing we're not going to do is like slasher movies, stuff like that, things that wouldn't really have been on Cryptophiles as a regular paranormal show. So basically any paranormal movie we'll cover. Basically,
you'll hear us talking. Go ahead.
I was just saying, basically because we want a wide spectrum and don't pigeonhole us into anything.
Sure. You'll hear us going off about Michael Myers a lot this fall, but that's just the way it is.
Oh my god, that trailer. Oh my god.
Jamie Lee, my god, you're amazing.
She's such a badass.
Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, she took the older female lead, here we go, into just a new level, just on that trailer. Just, survival badass grandma. It's awesome.
Here's another thing, though. You were just saying, here we go, but I mean, we'll do the movie, but we're obviously going to banter because that's what we do. I mean, we'll probably talk motocross. I mean,
no witty banter, but banter.
You speak for yourself. I think we're pretty witty.
We can be.
So, I feel like I asked this question on every show I've ever done, but did you watch anything recently you want to bring up?
No, I forget so bad. I'm so bad at forgetting that. I was going to write it down too. I don't know. Okay, today, and this is kind of paranormal or show related. I was working on a bicycle project. It rained today like crazy.
Oh, so you didn't have your bike ride today?
No, nothing outside today. So in the back, I had one of those movie comps that we all have. It was called I think the name was Savage Predators, and I bought it at Kmart, and it's got your normal Night of the Living Dead. And
I swear, do you think that's the most comped movie of all time?
It's gotta be.
It's on literally every pack you ever... all those 50 movie packs have it. I think I have 3 versions of it.
Yeah, I know. I know there's this, some special edition Blu-ray that came out, and I'm like, no, we're good.
And there's, a couple versions, I think, where people, redub the dialogue over to, comical shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there is.
So what was on Savage Predators?
I went the caveman route today. I went with... the first one's kind of caveman. The Beast of Yucca Flats.
How is that? I've heard, mixed things, but I know you and I are different from the rest of the world, so.
Mystery Science, it's one of those kind of movies. It's Tor Johnson in it.
Isn't he the one from Plan 9, which I've never seen?
Right, from the Ed Wood movies and such.
Wait, sir, what's his name?
Edward D. Wood Jr. movies, Jr. And
Did you
it's just
a Wood movie.
Oh, that's with Johnny Depp. That's fantastic.
Is it? I've always wanted to watch
yes.
it. Okay,
as much as I don't like Tim Burton, that movie, that was awesome.
I'm sorry, back to Beast of Yucca Flats.
Yes, the Beast of Yucca Flats. And it's kind of your Adam Age kind of movie. And I think he was I'm not sure, I was kind of like I said, it was in the background, I was working on a bicycle. But I was still paying attention, I'd seen it before. But I think he was something to do with the government, some kind of scientist of some sort, and he got radiation, and of course he's the Beast.
No, we've never heard of that before.
No, not at all. But it's your typical 50s, early 60s Adam Age kind of movie. You got teenagers running around, and he's pretty much just Tor Johnson walking around with his hands stuck straight out, choking people. And pretty much 57 minutes of that, something like that. It's pretty short, I think.
I love how like those older movies never, no matter how bad they are, never overstayed their welcome. Like they were always the right length.
Yeah, it wasn't too long, that's for sure. That's what she said.
I was just gonna say that. And I think we've said this before, obviously, but we're still gonna do the monthly monthly commentaries because we both love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And also on that little disc that was from I think the same time period, I believe. Might have been late 60s, but it's EGA with EEGAHA.
I've always heard of that. How is that?
Exclamation point. It's good. It's a caveman, just straight up caveman movie. EGA's running around with a club, kind of in love with a woman, and her dad's a professor, and he's kind of studying EGA.
I'm not going to let you take my daughter. That kind of thing.
Yeah, and he goes, I'm going to take her. And hijinks breaks out, and there's an awesome, they just kind of break out into song. We got a little blue-eyed dude who is in love with Iga's wannabe girlfriend there.
Does he club anyone to death?
He swings his club a little bit.
Oh.
It's not very brutal. But kind of, like I said, your typical. It started this movie called, oh my lord, Red, it's so bad I can't remember the name of it. I think Red Water. It was Lou Diamond Phillips, a shark movie, and Christy Swanson, 2000. I didn't finish it.
I feel like that was on Netflix at one time.
Coolio was a bad guy. He was a gangster.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, my God, that just sounds horrendous.
Jordan City Club.
Although, me being me, I was a huge fan of the original OG Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, so anything with Christy Swanson really was.
She was still really good and kind of cute. I don't know if saying that. That's sexist. You can't say that. She was still she's
Sir, we're the Cryptophiles. We can say whatever we want.
Yes. We don't objectify women. We just say they're cute.
If someone's cute, we're going to say it. It's met with love and respect.
So, how about you, buddy? What have you watched?
I'm trying to think, like, paranormal-wise. I watched, obviously, we should have mentioned, we're going to talk about Willow Creek today.
Yes. So from 2014.
I watched that. I've been watching a crap ton of Live PD, which some of those people seem cryptid because they're all drugged out and stuff.
Live footage.
Yes. As far as like the topics for the show, I don't really think I watched anything recently that. I can't wait to see Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, though.
Yes, sir. That looks awesome, doesn't it?
It does. But
we've already talked about Halloween, so.
Yeah, I've basically been watching that trailer over and over and over.
We're a movie podcast now, so I can say it. I've already seen people hating on it.
What did they?
I've already seen it hating on it.
I saw like positive stuff. What did people?
I can't say names, but it was just people were saying it's too much to ignore. I think you kind of have to ignore the very end, maybe also of Carpenter's original 78 Halloween. But you know what?
Well, as far as I know, they said the original is going to still be talked about. So maybe they didn't in the trailer, but maybe they'll talk about how he survived people.
You bastards have screamed for years you want Carpenter for Halloween to get back into Carpenter's hand, and it's in his hands,
and
he puts
board.
it out, and you've already found something you don't like.
But
I mean, you're allowed to not like aspects or not like something.
But I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. If he's involved, I think they're really going to explain that. They just didn't show you why in the trailer. And if not, it's a Halloween movie. Why fucking nitpick stupid shit? Like, why not just be happy we're getting what should be a good Halloween movie? Like, why do you
just quit making
care?
movies, period. Stop. No more movies, nothing. Don't make anything.
And we're going to, I think, after all these years, we're going to be a little more unleashed on this show.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to watch it.
But why nitpick about stupid, like, who cares we don't know why? I just want to watch a good damn movie. I don't give a shit how he survived.
I can forgive him. I mean, you know, he's been shot more times than 50 Cent. He's been incinerated and everything else, decapitated, whatever. I can forgive a lot of things.
I can forgive the one shooting in the first movie because the first movie, although we've talked about this.
Here it comes.
No, wait, we've talked about this privately. I don't see why they discredited part 2 because to me, it's still the same movie.
Oh, I agree with you on that. I thought you were going to talk how many times Loomis shot him in part 1. We talk about this every October. Me and you seem to talk about how many times he shot him.
Isn't it 6?
Yeah, but isn't it weird when you count it, like when you're listening?
Okay, you know what? I know the dialogue. I've heard that a million times. I shot him 6 times, but I don't know if there's actually 6 gunshots. Like, I need to go back and watch that again.
Here we are in the Cryptophiles talking about.
Yeah, but like I said, we're paranormal, so I mean, Michael's kind
of... he's a paranormal.
But look at it this way: we're going to cover paranormal movies, but that doesn't mean in the beginning part we can't talk about Halloween.
There's a tie-in somehow to Bigfoot and Michael Myers. It's just a matter of time.
It's about, you know, we're talking about what we watched and stuff. That doesn't. I don't think that has to
be
limited.
That's right. We're justified. Okay.
All right. I watched something with cryptids. I watched Infinity War, which has a talking tree.
Oh, there you go.
Does that count?
You are Groot.
Yes. That movie was amazing, though. But I mean, I'm not going
to. You see that Russian dude or Ukrainian, like somewhere like Eastern Europe, had a log went through his shoulder, and he stands there and gives him a like in an accident. He's a logger or something, and he puts his thumbs up and yells, "I am Groot."
That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
You are a tough SOB, sir.
Yes.
Come on the show.
So, yeah, if you guys have any stories or anything, like personal experiences, we'd still love to have you on the show. Like, we're still going to work that in some.
Headshots.
Yes.
Glamour shots.
Yes. Maybe we should do glamour shots.
We're just like glamour shots normally, dude. Just a selfie's a glamour shot.
Walking... Oh my God, we're the walking glamour shots of podcasting.
We are. Yes.
So when we get off air, you're going to have to tell me who that person that bitched was.
Oh, it's okay. It's cool. They're good peeps.
Yeah,
everybody's
I just want to know so I can
entitled to their opinions.
They are, but I just want to know so I can yell why the fuck did that?
It's always happened.
So you finally got me to watch Willow Creek, sir.
Let's see, what year was that? That was 2014. We're in 2018. It only took 4 years.
And we knew each other back then, so you probably told me at the time to watch it.
I probably did, yes. So we will get into this.
Yes.
I have a light synopsis, which I think most people who listen to the show has seen this. Jesse?
I've seen it now.
You have?
Yes.
But I want to read you the synopsis.
Okay.
All official, like off the back of the DVD.
Oh, did it? I know. I remember us.
I think you got a Blu-ray. I'm not sure, but I got the DVD.
I remember us bitching that Exist didn't get a Blu-ray. This? I guess this did, maybe?
It might have. I don't know.
The fact that Exist doesn't have a fucking Blu-ray is annoying, too.
Just, you keep talking for a second and give the folks a wood knock or something, because I got to turn this light on, because I can't read the back of it.
All right, tell me if this sounds like a wood knock.
Oh.
I think that should be our rating scale out of 4 or 5 wood knocks.
Wood knocks. I think that's right. 5 being Perfection.
Do you think 4 or 5? I
Hmm.
guess 5 stars, so we'll say 5 wood dogs.
We'll always break that rule anyway and
It's a
give
lot
something.
better than a fist bump, isn't it?
Oh, I don't even. What is this you speak of? Sounds like some bar in San Fran.
I bet
Fist
there
bump.
is a bar named the Fist Bump or something. I guarantee
I don't
you.
know,
Some
but
like
I'll
hipster
be
bar.
checking you into it on Facebook. I promise you that.
I love while you're doing this, I love your thing you tagged me in yesterday about the pool, cousins pool thing.
I'm just glad someone got that.
I laughed so damn hard when I saw that.
Maybe for a Cryptophiles Christmas episode, we'll have to get Santa Claus back on and talk about that again too.
We need to get Santa Claus on and ask him what he thinks about Bigfoot.
We do, and I know Santa Claus liked some original Charles B. Pierce's Legend of Boggy Creek. So
that surprises me, really.
Yeah, he hit me one night. He was like, "Man, I'm watching." I think he watched it on Shudder, and he was like, "This is old school. I kind of like it." So yeah,
that is. I don't know why I would have thought he wouldn't have.
Maybe for commentary or something. We'll have to.
Yeah, I don't think he liked me very much when I had him watch Dear God No.
He didn't like that?
I don't think, because there was something with like a period blood scene that freaked him out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he probably threatened to block you because of that.
All I know is...
Yes, say no more.
All I know is his wife texted me and was like, "This is great, he's freaking out, and it's all because of you."
That's awesome. Sounds pretty...
Speaking of that, I'm going to have to break down and buy the damn Blu-ray because it's not streaming, to watch the director of that, his follow-up, Frankenstein Created Biker.
Yes.
Because I've been talking about it forever, and it's like, I'm just going to pay the $19.99 or whatever it is because I need to see this movie.
We might just have to do Dear God No on here.
We will. I think we do, because you and I have never talked about it. Like,
it's kind of grindhousey, kind of raw. It'd be,
And there's a Bigfoot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it'd be the only. Yeah.
How did the Bigfoot look in that movie?
I do not remember, sir. I would be lying if I commented.
Because I figured it might look real bad. All right, hit us with the synopsis of Willow Creek.
From 2014, written and directed by the Mr. Bobcat Goldthwait.
I wish he would have made like a cameo somehow.
Yeah, I don't.
That would have been funny. Or like, wonder if he did the Bigfoot sounds.
I don't know. There's not this, and I will tell you, folks. There is not much.
He does like the sound effects and stuff.
Oh, I would bless you with an impersonation, but it's bad. But yes. Do you remember, what was that? One Crazy Summer? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Well, hello, ladies. I'm here for your daughters.
I mean, I was sitting here watching and thinking, awesome. I bet he's doing the whooping sounds. I could just see it happening.
You see him behind a tree.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Danielle Harris would be good for that with her hatchet.
She has like the worst scream I've ever heard in my entire life. It does sound like but
2014.
Anybody who's a long-time listener to anything I do know that I'm one of the few people that's not a fan of hers. So.
What?
I don't really dig her much.
When did this happen?
I've told you. I thought I've told you that. I'm not really like.
It's changed just since it's been that long. Oh.
I don't know why she has never done it for me.
Oh. Well.
I think it all stems from I like the main actress of Hatchet better, and that made me mad. She replaced her. So I think it's very unfounded. I think my anger is unfounded and misplaced.
So no love of Halloween 4 and 5.
No, that's right.
Jesse hates children, people. This just in.
Hey,
he hates children.
Wait a second. Anybody can look at
my God.
That is the furthest.
You've seen them. That's why they were attacking you. Look in the group.
That is the furthest from the truth.
That's true. You love children.
I do. I mean, hell, I left them attack me because they were laughing about it, and it actually did hurt. Believe it or not, some of those shots.
It looked like they were hitting you pretty good, buddy.
All right, 2014.
Willow Creek. Here we go.
Is it set in a holler?
This is set in Bluff Creek, California, and it's two folks. This really kind of likable couple, I have to say. This is a young couple.
Nobody that's. I'll let you finish it. I'll say. Never mind. Go ahead.
It says a young couple find themselves face to face with a terrifying evil when they venture into the heart of Bigfoot country in Willow Creek. And director Bobcat Goldthwait, who also did God Bless America
Love that
and
movie.
World's Greatest Dad. I thought it a bit preachy, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was preachy, but just the level of violence, I was like, this is insane.
And it says this is Bobcat's unique spin on the horror genre. And it says looking to make a splash with his research videos into the existence of Bigfoot, Jim, and this is Bryce Johnson from Pretty Little Liars. Sounds like something you'd watch.
The funny thing is, I tried and I couldn't get into it.
Okay. And his girlfriend, Kelly, lovely name. And I think she's kind of lovely on her.
She is.
Take a camping trip to the mountains surrounding Willow Creek, California.
Is that a real place? Like, I know Bluff Creek is, but is Willow Creek?
I believe so.
Okay.
Sounds stupid for not knowing. Huh. I don't know.
I figured it was, but I wasn't
sure. I think it's up there in Humboldt County.
We should go visit
A small town. That's bucket list, brother. A small town where infamous footage of the supposed Sasquatch was filmed. Before long, the headstrong couple, and when they say that they're talking about Bluff Creek and the Patterson-Gimlin footage from 1967, because they're kind of wanting to retrace Roger and Bob's steps there.
Well, he is. She's not. Well, we'll get into that. But
She's, yeah. It says, before long, the headstrong couple are lost in the woods and discover that someone or something is stalking them. With each passing night bringing unknowable danger, the two must use all of their cunning to try to make it out of the forest alive. So, you finally watched this. And this came out around the time, I promise to let you talk.
oh,
This
good.
came out around the time we had a little clump of these found footage Bigfoot movies. We had
And we're
this.
still getting like there's a ton of them.
Yeah,
According
now
to
there is.
Amazon Prime, there's a shit ton.
There's a ton, and some are honestly not very good at all. And I don't like, I'm the first one to say I love bad Bigfoot
Well,
movies.
I'm gonna have you.
Some aren't very good.
You'll pick the good ones, and I'll watch whatever you recommend. Like Hunting the Legend, I'm gonna give another shot.
Hunting the Legend, I was getting ready to say that around the same time it come out, and I think it's fantastic. But this
was Exist 2014 too.
I believe so. If it was,
These two are really close.
Right around it, yeah. And so I'm really interested to get your little take on this, buddy.
Well, first of all, you were saying something that I agree with. This does not have the I hate these characters that we get in so many found footage. Like
Not at all.
They do not have the. I mean, they debate skepticism and stuff, but they do not have the arguments that most found footage have. I'm talking to you, Amber Alert, you fucking pile of shit. Did you ever watch that?
Oh, absolutely.
I swear that argument went on for an hour.
Even when things get heated here to 3/4 into the movie, when shit starts really breaking down between these two, you don't get that heated.
I mean, you even get a wedding proposal that she turns down, but then they agree to move into with each other. So they are like, they're an awesome couple. They really are. They're likable.
They are an awesome couple from the beginning when she's talking about her commercials, because she's kind of an actress.
Yeah,
she's done.
And she gives him shit,
Summer
but it's
Eve.
always good natured. Like it's never.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still there with him. She's still being there because he wants to be there. Like it's just Bobcat did a really good job with these characters.
I think so. I really do.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know why I haven't watched this yet, but I'm very glad I did. I really enjoyed it. I do have to say I think Exists I like a little bit better, but this is very worthy and very good. And I think we'll have a good discussion about it.
Right. That's cool. I kind of thought you would. I say Exist is kind of more in your face type monster movie almost.
There's parts of the movie that scared me.
I would say this is closer to the if you're going to go to like roots of found footage. This gets closer to the Blair Witch Project than Exists for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's very dialogue driven.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
And
it's the things you can't see, and I love that. Like
exactly.
People nowadays with your CGI and stuff, some people don't get Blair Witch, and hell, that movie's paranormal. We could probably even talk about it.
Sure.
That movie, this gave me the same kind of feel. It's to me, growing up as a kid, listened to a lot of old time radio horror, and the things you don't see, no pun intended, always got to me. And this was very good at that. Like the things you don't see to me are more terrifying sometimes. Because I'll hear people say, "Oh, that monster looks stupid." Well, before you saw it, it scared you.
Right. This is found footage done right. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, there's
even
nothing
even
annoying
people
here.
who no, even people who hate found footage, and I can understand that if you don't like that
I
type.
can
No,
too.
this movie was just made for found footage.
Hmm.
I mean, this is truly the footage that this couple recorded on their way, retracing Roger and Bob's
Yep.
steps and what ensues.
And you don't get any of those moments where you're like, "Why the fuck are they still recording?" Like it all
Yeah,
makes
why are they
sense.
filming? Yeah, right. They didn't just have the camera on for light. And it
Here's a
starts
weird.
off really. Go ahead.
Here's a weird question though.
Yes.
Is all found footage shaky cam that people complain about, or is like I guess that's a
Um,
byproduct of it moving when you're carrying it, or
Some's not as shaky as others,
okay,
and some of that goes with camera technology nowadays. So as we move forward, I think you can shoot a phone. You can shoot a movie with an iPhone, and it's not going to bounce and shake as bad as it would have.
okay.
When they were shooting it like on VHS, even. But I thought this really did a good job of getting into that whole Bigfoot lore and culture
Yep.
of Northern California, the
You
redwoods,
get the
the
Native
little
Americans.
right, the tourist attractions, the restaurants. You want a Bigfoot burger?
I
I'd love
want a
it.
Bigfoot
We
burger. That
need
sounded
Bigfoot burgers.
yes. There has to be a Bigfoot burger in real life somewhere, right?
There has to be.
Dude,
Well, I know some of those places are real
we could
now.
have a cryptid
They were there. Those
restaurant. Could you imagine that?
the
Like
Cryptophiles diner.
the crypto
It's not
pub.
even the crypto pub. There you go.
Like instead of like some places call it the whale of a fish sandwich, we'd have the Nessie.
Here you go. It'll be like catfish, a wad of catfish.
Man, I like a good catfish. I'll tell you that.
You leave your tip in the gifting bowl. We got
We
something
should,
here.
that is amazing. Yeah, we'll have to plan out the menu. But I love you get the lore. I love you get like you meet the people who believe and the people who like that Native American girl and like the
Oh, she was great, the Hoopa. Yeah, and she
Yeah.
did not. You pronounced that name right, or she is gonna stop you, and she's gonna tell her story again.
that was great. And you
I liked her story too.
yeah, and the opposite of that, you get the woman that worked at wherever that was, the center or whatever, that didn't believe at all but worked there.
Not one bit. Oh yeah, when yeah, you had the girlfriend. I'm sorry, I don't remember the names.
Kelly.
The two. Kelly, I should remember that.
You should remember that name, sir.
And when she's in front of the Obama, I started to say the Obama statue, and the Oma. My handwriting is horrible. The Oma statue carved by Jim McLaren, and she's
feel
standing there
really
doing a
stupid
rude
right-
gesture to it, and that lady walks out.
Yeah,
That
she
was
gets-
hilarious.
I feel stupid. What is an Oma?
It was a Russian. I'm tired. It was a Russian word for Bigfoot. No, it was a Native American name for Bigfoot. I think it was a Hoopa. Hoopa. You better say it right.
And I love
She's
the Roger and Bob song or whatever it is. That's great.
Tom Yamarone
yes,
is
that was
in our
awesome.
group.
Like I was stuck in
Tom,
my
I
head all
hope
day
you listen
today.
to this. We're fans. Roger. Oh, I love it, and I love the punk version at the very end.
Yes, I mean I literally I had that song stuck in my
Tom.
head all day today.
Fantastic. It was
And
great
then the
to see.
ukulele guy,
Oh yeah.
he was
Oh,
cool
the
when they're in the restaurant.
boom,
He was
boom,
cool
boom,
too.
boom, boom,
Yeah, I
boom,
like
boom.
that too, though. I did.
Oh yeah. You just feel like you're in Northern California watching this.
I want to like hang out with those people. Like,
You notice though, we're talking about this like it's a happy little fun documentary. Like we're going to
that's
we're going
the
to
beginning
Branson.
part, though.
Oh no, it's not how it goes. Stuff happens, buddy.
Yes. And I mean, you get this movie. Oh my god, it's paced perfectly. Like
We are
you get that little bit in the beginning, and then the shit ramps up. Like it's done perfectly.
paced well. Yes.
Just like Exist, not to talk about Exist, but just like Exist was paced well, this is paced well. Like,
It is. And
You get that
Bobcat
few
knew how to
minutes
build tension.
yes, you get that build up. You get introduction to your characters. You care about what happens to Jim and Callie.
And I'll tell you, that you can set up to, it was almost, I'm going to say, it was almost the tension in that tent when you've got you got your snaps, growls, your rock chucking there, and you got snarls. There's some really scary sounds. going outside that tent. And it's like what you said, it's what you don't see.
Well, I'm going to make a connection to Blair Witch. It was as scary to me as the Blair Witch tent when the first night they're there.
Oh yeah, and anyone that says it's a rip off of the Blair Witch can eat my butt.
I'd say it's an homage to it.
Absolutely.
But that's what it reminded me.
But I was getting ready to say the tension in that tent between them two. It was almost Hitchcockian or something, because it was two people in a tent. It's kind of basic.
It's very
but just
simple,
the shit going on outside that tent. Kind of, I don't know what I would compare that to. Other than Blair.
You're exactly right. It's like a small confined space, and it just ratchets up the tension.
It's like I'm almost more afraid of having.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm almost more afraid I was going to have a heart attack of fright in that tent than I would be the Bigfoot coming through that tent and grabbing me or her.
And to bring it back, you care about these characters. They don't do the usual, let's argue when something goes wrong. Like it's how a couple would really act. Like, you wouldn't sit there and fight. You wouldn't.
The look on her face in that tent, it does it all. It doesn't even have to be sound on nothing. Just the look on her face is like.
It does for me.
I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean it like that. But she's just the sheer terror. Oh, she believes. There is no skepticism.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to say, you believe now, don't you?
Yes. Absolutely.
This always happens with you and me when we talk about stuff. Like, I want to go and watch it again right now. Like, that's the feeling I've got.
This movie is available on Amazon Prime. That is where Jesse watched it.
And so are a ton of other. Like, I want to work through the
Just
ones
type in
that
Bigfoot,
you say are good. Like, that's my goal.
Right. Well, you might find some. I'm a little behind because, like you said, they've been churning them out the past few years.
And, like, finding Bigfoot has come to an end and everything. But it seems like the Bigfoot movies are still going strong. I mean, we had that Primal Rage a couple months ago.
Yes.
Which I need to re-rent because I didn't get into it enough and my time period ran out.
That was on YouTube last night. You know how a movie will go up there before it gets pulled?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I just went through YouTube and was looking through. I always look for Bigfoot movies and see if there's a new doc or something up there, just whatever. And it was I was like, oh, look at that. I didn't watch it.
What if it's pulled by now?
I bet anything it is.
But this, I mean,
I like when they go into the Jerry Crews story, and the story of that thing of the Sasquatch throwing 55-gallon drums.
Yeah.
And then you've got kind of that interesting individual at Bigfoot Books, Steven Streifert. He's different.
Yeah, I really don't know. Like,
I know someone who knows him pretty well and says that'd be a great place to be, and just go in there and have him maybe tell some stories.
Yeah, I would love that.
Do you have any bumper stickers, sir? Because I need 50.
I am so happy because for Christmas a couple years ago, I was always looking for a Bigfoot statue, and I could never find a good one. My mom and dad found me a Bigfoot statue. It is chilling out beside my Cthulhu pop on my dresser.
That is awesome.
Like, I have my monster part section. I have
It's Cthulhu, like a totem.
Yeah, I have Cthulhu, Bigfoot, Godzilla, and King Kong are all on my dresser. Like,
I would watch that movie.
That's an Avengers team.
That is the Avengers. That's Avengers for Cryptophiles fans.
Yes, but I mean, this movie, you care. What really works for me in a lot of found footage that I've seen, like the good found footage that I've seen, what works is when you have a connection and you care about what happens to the characters.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
That's number one rule. Make your characters likable, especially in found footage.
And something we've also spoke about a lot. I like found footage to be simple. I don't see any reason for it to be an overly mind trip of a movie. I mean, if there is, that's fine.
Done, it doesn't work as well to me.
Yeah, and this is very simple, very basic, almost primordial basic.
Is there a metal band called Primordial? I feel like there has to be.
There should be if there's not. Hurry and license that. So if there isn't, people hear this and start one.
Yep.
But yeah, this really, and I'll be honest, when this came out, Hit 14, I was in a different place in life too, and that maybe, deep existential on it, but and maybe that made a difference. I didn't care for it that much.
I've
I
heard
thought,
some negative reviews by it. That's why I think I shied away from watching it.
Hunting the Legend did it a little better. It's a different story.
Or
I would put Hunting the Legend a tad over this one. Yeah, I really would.
okay. All right,
And
I'm
exists.
I'm putting you on the spot. Favorite found footage Bigfoot movie? I feel like you'd go Hunting the Legend.
Yeah, well, it is Hunting the Legend. Absolutely. I mean, I can't wait for the sequel.
Oh, are we getting one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. And it grabbed me, and I'm sure we'll maybe do that at some point.
Oh yeah, because I want to rewatch it. I was in a different place and didn't care for it when I watched it the first time.
I hear you. And it exists was just in your face, had everything.
That
it
is
exists
my
to
all-time
me.
favorite.
To me, Exist could also work as not a found footage movie. As a standard film, it would have also worked.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Yeah, the effects were top notch and fantastic. And this didn't need a lot of effects. We do.
No, it did. It scared you with minimal stuff.
And there is a scene towards the end in front of a bush by a creek, and the bush shakes really, really hard. Mm-hmm. And I have paused it. I have slow-moed it because it's one of those scenes in your head. You see a 9-foot tall ape. You know what I mean? It's there.
Yeah.
And I've paused it. I've incrementally went through it to see. It's not there, people. But in my head.
Did we ever get a glimpse of it?
That James Bobo Fay in that suit? I do not think so. No, you don't.
Okay,
you do get something at the end, and it is such a spoiler. I'm not going to give it out.
That was one of the negatives I remember, like people saying, is you didn't get like a clear shot of it.
No, you get something,
but I think that works to its positive, like a positive.
And keep in mind at the beginning, there's a lot of missing posters. And Kelly even kind of makes fun of one a little bit. And that was kind of,
And it comes back, though.
And she goes, here's my missing face. And yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to say the last 15 minutes of this movie's unnerving.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think I'm going to make Katie watch this.
I'm trying to get my gal to watch this because she did not like Exist.
She's like the only person I know. I don't know her, but you know what I mean.
Each their own. Yeah. She can be wrong. But I said, and to people who might not like Exist, this may be the Bigfoot found footage movie for you.
Yep.
I'll go as far as to say that.
Like I like both. I like how it would probably be in real life of this, and then I like the rampaging fucking Exist Bigfoot that you'll hear stories of too. Like I think they're both. Right. I think they work in tandem together. Someone might argue
was this a Bigfoot doing this in this movie? That argument could be posed, and I would welcome that. I'd love
to. The movie leads you to. You're supposed to think it was, though.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying it leaves it open.
Yeah.
But it has that classic monster movie feel, like good found footage for me.
Yep. So, how many wood knocks would you give this?
Okay, what was our maximum? We said 4,
I think we said 5.
I'm going to go 5 wood knocks on this. It's everything I want out of a rainy Saturday afternoon, horror film. Found footage, even better. That it is good found footage. And
this
I think
made me love found footage again.
I think you're right, because I was kind of in a bad spot with found footage. Just kind of like, eh. And this kind of brought it back. Good, basic.
I like my favorites, but I hadn't watched anything new recently.
I feel you.
I'm going to give it 4 wood knocks. I loved it. I mean, it's great. I'm going to rewatch it again, but there's just something a little more, I like not that they're the same or we should even compare them, but as far as Bigfoot found footage, I like the brutality of Exists a little better.
Sure. Now, I will say the last part of this movie, I think there is some implied brutality.
Oh, there definitely is. Yeah.
Really catch it. The reason I'm bringing it up, I didn't catch it the first few times watching it.
I only caught it because I read Wikipedia.
There you go.
And it tells you.
But yeah, and there's somebody being drugged pretty good and pretty darn fast. They had to probably have an ATV hooked up to this person to drag him, and you hear some gurgling, and it's pretty. And I was thinking about you every time I've watched this in the past 4 years, Jesse. I thought about you what you would pick up on this, because this movie's really big on sound. I mean, you
just like
sound
I feel like I didn't miss
anything. Yeah, I thought this is a good one for him.
To quote a podcast that we both watch, or I mean, not even a podcast. To quote a lifestyle that we both pay attention to, that dragging scene at the end was gnarly.
Yes, it was gnarly. Yes, he may be out for a while after that one.
But this was great.
I will compare
it's
again. One more thing about the sounds.
Sure, yeah.
I'm stuck on it. It's something I remember back when I was kind of defending the Frankenstein theory.
I need to give that another shot too.
Early on that, and because it felt like a cryptid movie to me. I'm not going to say everything feels like a cryptid movie I like, but he's out in the woods.
We need to do that on here because I need to watch it again.
I would love that, and for some reason, I guess I had to defend it every time I was watching it because people, I don't know, almost got insulting with it. But that's a whole other.
I never did. I didn't mean to.
No, I mean, you're allowed to not like something.
Because I know I bitched about it a lot, but
some people go on and on to you about something, and it gets old.
Yeah, it does.
But I remember Alan Young, your podcast partner on Moviecopia, said something about Frankenstein theory. He said they did a good job with sound, and I think Willow Creek, I caught it in this go around. They did a good sound with that. I mean, when you hear bones cracking,
I want to watch this again with my headset on.
Yeah, I would too, actually. That's a good idea. If you had a really good headset, just listen to what's going on outside of this tent and to what goes down outside of the tent after some stuff goes down towards the end. Because I'm not going to, like I said, not everybody's seen this.
The thing that surprises me the most is that Alan really liked Frankenstein theory, because you know how he is.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised too. But it was an excellent point. It did have good sound. And so did this.
And so does Exist, too, because I've watched it with my headphones on.
And see, I'll have to pay attention to that. I haven't watched Exist in a couple of years, so I need to watch that again.
I think it's on Prime or Netflix or something.
It's on Shudder, too.
Do you have any idea what movie you'd want to do next, or would you rather talk about it, like, off air?
It doesn't matter. It's your pick. I think I want to pick one. You pick one.
All right, yeah, that's great.
I sure picked this one 4 years ago.
Let's do. Do you think we could find Frankenstein theory?
I shall. I have it on DVD. I shall look and see. It is on a lot of Roku channels, so I would imagine it's probably.
Let's do that, because if nothing else, I'll rent it on iTunes.
Okay.
Because I want to give it another shot.
I think it's on Netflix, bro.
Okay, and that's a perfect idea, though, what you said. We alternate picks.
Okay. I want to get your idea on that sound, because I think he had a really good.
I'm gonna watch it with open eyes. I'm gonna forget everything I said. I'm gonna watch it as a cryptid movie. To be honest with you.
I truly feel, and some people might roll their eyes. Well, how is that cryptid?
It's very
watch
cryptid.
The movie.
Yeah,
it kind of is.
But I don't know. Like, I guess we don't really have anything else.
No, just big shout outs to everybody in the group and people who've supported. And
you guys in the group are amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
I think you guys are going to like this better too.
Yeah, and I hope that everybody sticks on board, like, that I have been listening. I mean.
Yeah. I hope we get some new ones too.
Oh, we will, because I have a couple ideas.
Cool.
But I feel like this is what the show should be.
Yeah, it just felt better immediately.
Yep. I mean, I got tired of reading. Like, my voice won't die anymore.
Yeah, and I noticed there's a lot of cryptid podcasts, and I think when we started this back in the day, I don't know if there was,
No.
Good on people. And there's some good ones, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to look at this. I didn't read the article because I'm horrible at, like, sharing things that I don't read. Did you read that article I sent you about someone claims they found remains of a chupacabra?
No, I'm just as bad as you. I was wrenching on a bike.
Well,
watching EGA, and I meant to, and I'm sorry.
Maybe we'll look at it and talk about it next week, because I'm very, like, I believe the chupacabra could be real. Like, I've never doubted it.
Interesting. I think there's two kinds of things out there. I think there's that hairless type of coyote dog thing, and it's just a species I don't know anything about.
Right.
But I also think there's something a lot more sinister than that.
Yeah.
More of a winged, and not Blake Baggett. There is one listener that will get that besides you. Shout out, Todd.
Hopefully there's like other ones that we don't know about. That would be cool.
And soon will be a moto podcast. No, not really.
We're not, but I guarantee you, I think both of us will talk about, in like the intro, we'll talk about moto. Like, there's no way we can't.
I love it. I think that's fantastic. So if there's any other motocross fans that hit us out there, hey, this guy's rabid now.
There needs to be a moto cryptid
movie. Hey, Pumpkinhead, my friend.
I guess you're right, yeah.
There's some dirt bikes. A KX125 gets ripped to shreds.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the new format, and if you have any movie recommendations, much like if you have any story, like I said, we'd still love to do interviews with like people that have witnessed things. Like we still, obviously, we're gonna include that in the show if we ever get something like that. We're still gonna have interviews, but if you have any movie recommendations, throw them our way because we don't know everything. So.
Yes, and Esther Schritter in our group, she's been great at recommending movies to me over the years. And she recommended one with a kind of a B-budget film, and it probably came out around the same time Congo came out. And you know how there's always
I like that movie, but I haven't seen it in years.
Asylum, whatever, straight to video. And it's called Blood Monkey. And it's kind of like killer, what do you call it? Not a gorilla. It's the
orangutans.
No, the dog-faced monkey. Baboons. And they're real vicious. Called Blood Monkey. And
I'll have to check it out. I haven't heard of it.
We've talked some movies back and forth in the in our group, and she was watching Snow Beast today, the original. And I was like, oh yeah, oh, isn't that awesome? Lots of skiing.
Yeah, a little too much skiing for me, but
there is a lot of skiing.
Didn't we do a commentary on that?
I do believe we did.
Years ago.
We're old.
So, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with the Frankenstein theory.
Yes. You have a dirty V.